Welcome to the channel, you lovely bunch of people. In today's video we've got two accessories for your DJI Action 6 that we think you're going to absolutely love. Now both of these products are from a company called Telin, and they sent us a handful of products and said if we liked any of them, let our viewers and subscribers know about them. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Now Telin are not paying us for this video and they get no say in its production, but these two products have really impressed us and we're going to share them with you. So let's get straight into it. So we're going to start off with the Telin Street Shot aluminium cage kit. Now this kit comes in three main pieces: the cage, the handle and the seesaw button. Now as you can see, the colour of this kit is gunmetal grey, and I think that's going to work well with the Action 6. But let us stick in the camera and see what it's all about. Now I don't know about you, but I think that looks pretty damn epic. I think it really complements the Action 6, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. On its side we get a couple of extra mounting options, and underneath we can still access the DJI quick release mount. And as you can see, the doors and buttons are still fully accessible. We also get a cold shoe mount on top of the cage. So far it's all looking very impressive, but let's see the benefits of adding the handle. Mounting the handle to the cage is simply by tightening up the screw on the side of the handle with the supplied tool. Now I would have liked to have seen Telin make full use of that quick switch mount on the side of their cage, because tightening up this bolt does take some time. Right, we got there in the end, and my first impressions are that looks absolutely fantastic. It changes the Action 6 into more of a handheld camera rather than a normal action camera. Not only does the handle add an extra grip for your Action 6, it also means now that you can operate the camera single-handedly. In fact, it feels so good, this should come as an optional extra when you purchase your Action 6. Right, let's install the Seesaw button and see what that's all about. Oh, I see what this does. It basically moves the position of the button from the top of the Action 6 and over to the top of the handle. That is actually rather clever, and I don't know about you, but I think it makes the camera and the cage and handle look absolutely fantastic. You can now take photos or start recording simply by pressing down on your thumb on the top of the handle. Yep, I must admit I'm really impressed with this street cage kit. I can see this benefiting so many people and actually improves the feel of the Action 6 also. Now I've been using the Telin Street Kit for about 2 weeks. Not only does it offer more protection for your action camera, but I found that I've been using my camera a lot more, especially to take photos. Now is it perfect? No. I wish the handle had a quick release system to mount to the cage, rather than you having to screw it on and off. I also wish the handle was a little bit lighter because it is quite hefty. But other than those two things, it really is fantastic. I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. Now we also got our hands on Telin's lightweight aluminium cage, and we want to see if there's any difference between this cage and the one supplied with the street kit. And taking a close-up look at them, I can see instantly that they are indeed identical. Now this definitely isn't a bad thing. In fact, it's very good from Telin that they've given you both options. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at Telin's action camera filters. And here they are. Now in this filter set we get 4 filters. We get a circular polarizing filter, an ND8, an ND16 and an ND32. Now if you're not sure what a polarizing filter does, it can reduce the amount of glare in your photos and also your videos. Now as for ND filters or neutral density filters, these restrict the amount of light that enters your camera and thus allows you to lower your shutter speed. And being able to control your shutter speed is considered quite an advanced technique in photography and videography. Now I'm not going to turn this video into a tutorial on how to use ND filters. All you have to remember is that controlling your shutter speed affects the amount of motion blur on objects in motion, both in your photos and also your videos. So what separates a good ND filter set from a bad ND filter set? Well, that comes down to the quality of the glass used to make the filter. A cheap or poor quality ND filter set will leave a colour cast over your images. Take this example here. This was taken with an expensive mirrorless camera and a very cheap ND filter. And notice the green hue all across the image. So how well do the Telin ND filters work? Well, let me show you. This video clip here is taken straight from the Action 6 with no filter, and let us stick on the ND8 filter, stick them side by side so that you can compare the quality. Now, because we're using that ND8 filter, we're restricting the amount of light entering the Action 6 by 8 times. And the image quality still coming from the camera is very impressive. Now, there is a slight increase in blue saturation, but it is very minimal. Let us now stick on the ND16 and see how that fares. And again, this is very impressive from an ND filter set. Remembering that this is an ND16, which means we're restricting the amount of light entering the camera by 16 times. Now I can still see a slight increase in blue saturation levels, but yet again it's very minimal. Right, time for the ND32. And because we're using an ND32, we're restricting the amount of light entering the camera by a whopping 32 times. And still the image quality is extremely impressive. We're still getting an increase in blue saturation levels, but once again it's so minimal that it's not ruining the image. And whilst we're taking a look at all these filters, it's probably best I show you the Polarizing filter. On the left we have the Action 6 with no filter, and on the right we have the Action 6 with the Polarizing filter. Notice the glare off the water in the video on the right is drastically reduced. Now, is this filter set perfect? Well, almost. The only thing I wish it came with is a proper carrying case or pouch so that the filters are protected. At the moment they only come in a cardboard box, which isn't ideal. Other than that, they're a fantastic set of filters for your Action 6. So there you have two accessories for your Action 6 that we think are well worth considering. Now, the Street Cage kit comes in at approximately £75 and the filters approximately £30. Now, do you think this is good value for money? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll leave links to both products in the description section and also the top pinned comment, so go check them out. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, and if you've got anything at all from it, why not subscribe to the channel? Thank you very much for watching. We'll catch up in the next video. See you soon.